I do know that this committee is supposed to meet all parties and come up with a figure that is acceptable to all parties, again, in this business of new minimum wage. The question is, how much, in your view, would be a good amount to come to?
Well, it's a dialogue process. Already we made a demand before the committee was constituted. Organized labor, Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, made a formal demand. And that demand, to me, is very rational and logical. Because what we merely did was to bring back the value of 18,000. I told you very clearly that when we signed the 18,000 minimum wage in 2011, the value was equivalent to almost $110, $120. So what we try to do, to be more rational, is to bring back the value. That what you can buy with 18,000 in 2011, you can also use the same amount to buy now. And that's why the demand for 56,000 minimum wage was actually put on the table. We are looking at all indices because we are going to use empirical data, especially the purchasing power parity and many other factors, including inflation, to be able to arrive at a minimum wage. And because it's an empirical data, all the social partners will have to follow up the process. How did we arrive at the answer? It has to be through empirical data and it's evidence-based. It's not just something from the sky. We didn't just manufacture 56,000 from the sky. No, there was a lot of work, evidence-based, that actually made us to arrive at 56,000. So it's the same argument, it's the same logic, it's the same empirical data that we are going to use to advance this argument. And I'm sure, because this is a process that we have actually transversed through severally, we are sure that we'll be able to have the support of the two other social partners, government and then employers of labor.
Comrade Rabba, I'm looking at figures here released by the National Bureau of Statistics. 7.53 million Nigerians are unemployed. Now, how much of a problem is this to the Nigerian Labour Congress?
Well, I think with this figure is even an understatement, because in the true sense of it, if you look at the definition of unemployed by the ILO in the context of Nigeria, I'm not sure we have a number that will not surpass this, because, you know, there is underemployment. Underemployment means if you are a graduate, you can't just stay idle. You must find something to do, and you will be doing something. In the category of ILO and possibly in the category of this data, you would be classified as underemployment. Unemployed means somebody that is gainfully employed and you then lose your job. So this is how it is categorized by the ILO. But to me, looking at the situation of Nigeria, looking at the situation of our graduates and mass unemployment, this figure certainly is an understatement, and therefore it's a time bomb. We have army of unemployed youths. The issue of job creation is a priority to NLC. And that's why, as far back as 2008, we had a job summit with the support of ILO and the Federal Ministry of Labor, where we have proposed that annually we can be able to create 4 million jobs. That document is there lying fallow. The first thing we did, in fact, with this current dispensation, I remember that the first document I submitted to Federal Ministry of Labor is to remind them that this is a priority. For us, labor is a priority, because until we have our youth employed, we can also have social stability.
Well, they may not have taken your suggestion as to the way to go, but they have their own initiatives. What's your assessment of government initiatives?
In fact, the document I'm referring to was jointly, it was a joint endeavor between ILO, the Nigerian office, Federal Ministry of Labor, and NLC. It was a joint endeavor because we saw the issue of unemployment as a challenge. And therefore, we thought that we should be able to do something jointly as social partners. So that report is a product of joint effort. And what I think is lacking is also how we can be able to implement it, because we have looked at all our sectors, agriculture, mining, all the sectors. And in that document, you have opportunities where jobs can be created, either direct or indirect jobs, and how these jobs can be sustained. Because sustainability is also very important. And we need to create decent jobs, not jobs that have to be created for the sake of creating them. What ILO canvas for is decent job. And that is what is contained in SDG Goal 8, particularly Goal 8.1, point 11. We can use decent jobs to actually stabilize our system and drive processes of development. So that is what we are committed to, and we will be ready to partner with social partners, including government, to be able to work out on how to address the issue of unemployment in Nigeria.
Nigerian Labour Congress President, Comrade Ayuba Waba, thank you very much for
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you for your perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you for your mails. I'll take a few of them from our Twitter handle. This one is from Dozier Richard. It says, I think it's not all about criticizing those with old-fashioned ideas and expecting them to do wonders. This is the time we get involved. We are #NotTooYoungToRun. I also have this one from Pt.1 and it says, "We need presidents in Nigeria who are constantly threatened by removal if they fail to perform, not presidents who will be rewarded with another term for mediocre performance. That's the way forward." Keep sending in your views and comment using the email address and Twitter handle on your screen. Also, be sure to share anything happening within your locality. Don't forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. You can also drop your comment on any of the videos and be sure to include your name and location. Thank you for watching. I'm Ibrahim Adra. See you next time.